Hi everyone, it's a beautiful Friday morning and I'm so super dope excited and grateful unto God for another beautiful gift of life. It's such a blessing to wake up every morning, and for me, waking up every day is my first greatest testimony of the day. It just tells me that every other thing is going to be all right. So can I say to you this morning, don't worry about a thing, cause I know every little thing is gonna be alright. Yeah, so waking up for me just tells me that everything is gonna be alright. Alright, so it's a beautiful morning. Welcome to where we talk about life, hope, and courage. Listen, I know say if we keep on believing in life, and if we keep on keeping our hopes alive, and if we not allow those things that are solely there to distract us, and they tell you, say, it will only take a matter of time, but the truth of the matter will forever remain that we go definitely see our expectations become our own very reality. Oh, you heard that? That's right. That's what's up. All right, so this morning, I just want to plead to us. Okay, I want to plead to us. You know why? Because, man, being in Nigeria alone, it's a big deal. Not to talk of living in Nigeria, that is another triple big deal. You feel me, right? So if you're in Nigeria and you are outside the shores of Nigeria, you'll be like threats, like they got their eyes on you 24/7. Why? Because your passport says that you're a Nigerian or that you're coming from Nigeria. It is that bad. Now, imagine that you are now living in Nigeria. Triple terrible. But we they pray. And we know so we they pray to God where they hear and where they answer. But we will not just relent solely on prayers. Because when we pray, God begins to walk in the inside of man for man to begin to act in the direction of his prayers or of his expectations. We have not heard or seen where God in his almightiness personality come down and then do things. It has always been, God using man to do the expectations of man. Now, I'm trying to say that while we are praying, we will also act and pray for people who are bold enough to speak out, that God should continue to empower them and grant them the grace to continue to speak out on behalf of the rest Nigerians. Having said that, I want to beg us, right? People are going through a lot. Like, Nigerians are going through a lot. Nigerians cannot pinpoint any aspect of their life where they are not bleeding. Is it in the quest of transporting yourself to work? Nigerians are bleeding. There are people that at the end of the month, when they calculate their transportations and feeding to go to work, they are left with nothing to take back home. So it won't be wrong if we categorically say that an average Nigerian is only working just to eat and to pay transportation to work. That is what an average Nigerian is living for. They are not living on the grounds that, okay, let us work and save. Let us work and do this. Let us work and do that. No. An average Nigerian is only working for transportation survivor and feeding survivor. It is that crazy. People are really, really going through terrible times. If you want to carry out a research, maybe in your community where you are staying, it will so break your heart about the things that you will hear that people will say to you based on what they are going through. We don't know where we are going to run to, because every place that we have looked that is supposed to be a place of solution has become a place of horror. It has become a place of frustration. It has become a place of disaster. Yes, the place that we are supposed to look out for, that are supposed to be hope for us, have become a death trap. All we have right now is our belief and our hope that something good will eventually happen one day. And do you know what is keeping thousands of Nigerians today? It is not the fact that we have a system that is working. That is not what is keeping thousands, millions of Nigerians alive in this country. What is keeping millions of Nigerians alive in this country today is the reality of knowing that when the month ends, that something at least will enter their hand, so that they can use to see or solve the problem that they have already proposed for. That is what is keeping millions of, the hope of salary. The hope of salary. That is what is keeping Nigeria alive. It's not that it is sufficient. It's not that it's solving the problem, but that is going to solve at least 1% of the problems. Because by the time you have already taken out your transport fare, your feeding, it will shock you what will be left out of your salary. There are some people, they don't have anything left out of their salary. And that is why you see that people are working, but they are so engulfed in debt. They are so owing debt. Because what do you want them to do? It will shock you how an average Nigerian who is working, sometimes they don't eat a tangible meal. In the north where we are, you will see that people who are working, they eat corn. They can buy roasted corn of 200 naira. And then they will eat that and drink water and hope that that will carry them till they close from work. Because if they go above that, it will be a problem. They might not be able to come to work the next day. You don't understand what people are going through in this country. And I don't know the remedy to which this is going to go off our shoulders. Because I don't know where we got it wrong and how we got to where we are. Because I was thinking that systems are supposed to be improved. I was thinking that systems are supposed to be improved. I was on the belief that governance is supposed to be improved. But in our own case, it has been from worse to worse. It has been from unbearable to something that you cannot even imagine. It took us 8 years to get out of what only God knows how we managed to survive that tragedy of 8 years. And then that got me thinking about what happened when they brought in the new Naira notes. Did you see what happens to Nigerians? Nigerians died of hunger. Nigerians were using our own Naira to buy our own Naira. As we speak today, that so-called Naira that was supposed to be bound is still in existence. Why are we this wicked to ourselves? A common man is suffering in this country, whereas the law says that there are some basic amenities that are supposed to be provided for the common man. But as I speak to you today, if you stop 10 Nigerians, no hand will be high up to attest to the fact that he is enjoying the common social, amenities that a commoner or a Nigerian is supposed to enjoy. A Nigerian is buying water. Come to the north. It will shock you to know that living in the north, that is crazy because of there are some places where there are no waters. And people are buying jerry can of water for 200 and for 250. For how much? How much is your take home? How much is your salary? You're paying for light. The tariffs of light, of electricity skyrocketed. Look at data. Look at data. There is nothing in this country that we can beat our hands as a commoner and say that we are enjoying this benefit from the government. Nigerians, let's not already add to the already existent problems that we are facing. Can we be nice to one another? Can we treat ourselves with some respect and some form of knowing that, man, that's my fellow human? Don't treat your fellow Nigerian as if you are living in one part of the Nigeria that is good and they are living in one part of the Nigeria that is bad. We are all in this boat together. And the least that we can do is to embrace ourselves and not frustrate ourselves. Because the truth of the matter is, it's obviously clear that all we have is ourselves. That there is no system that is bothered or concerned about us. That there is no economy policy that is concerned about us, or that cares about us, or that one system that really genuinely care about us. All we hear is speech. I saw Mr. President's speech when he was campaigning to become the president of Nigeria. And his presidency, our own very president, Mr. Ahmed Tinubu, the president, he said that he will ensure that we don't pay for estimated bill. That we don't pay for estimated electricity bill. That he will ensure that if we pay for estimated electricity bill, that we shouldn't vote for him when he wants to come back for the next tenure. Now, it is crazy how words are so cheap, and that a man's word is no longer his integrity, or that a man's word is no longer his identity, because the last time that I checked, a man's word is supposed to be his identity or his integrity. Is it that our own president forgot about what he said? But the people don't forget. Because it is better you don't say anything. Because when you say that, people won't forget. Especially in the case where it is not becoming like it said that it will be. They never forget. People are living in abject poverty. People are dying of hunger every day in this country. The only thing that is keeping Nigeria alive today, it is their belief and their faith in what they bow to. That is the only thing that is keeping Nigerians alive in this country. Their faith and hope in the God that they worship. The Muslims are confident and they are hopeful in their God. That is the only thing that is keeping a Muslim person alive in this country. The Christians are hopeful in their God. Their faith is that one day that God will come through for them. That is what is keeping them alive in this country. But an average Nigerian would tell you that he has given up on this country, that there is nothing good that can happen to this country. They will say to you that Nigeria is finished. But because we know that we don't serve a dead God, that is why we are keeping our hopes alive. Because if God can raise the dead, how much more of a country that has people that are alive in it? We know that our God will not forsake us. Now, this is the reason why we are alive. Every day that we go to bed, we hope to wake up to a new and better Nigeria. Hope is what is keeping Nigerians alive. There is nothing that reality of any policy of any system. It is that crazy. We beg you, the people who are in power, we beg you to ensure that you remember that without we, the people of this country, that there will not be a country where you will be governing. That there wouldn't be a country where you will be called Mr. President. We beg of you to see us first as a priority and as a must, that you treat us fairly. Because you see, we are the very essence why there is a country in the first place. If everybody elope this country, vacate this country, I tell you, who are you going to be governing? Because the last time that I checked, a home is not a home until there is people in the home. Come on now. Nigerians are going through terrible times. We don't want to hear audio confirmation. We don't want to hear audio changes. We the people want to feel this change. We the people want to see, we want to be able to touch these changes. We want to be able to, you know, to attest that yes, that we went to the market and that we bought a bag of rice for 20,000 naira, and not the one that they say in the media or on any other platform that they are selling a bag of rice for 40,000 naira. Audio selling. We don't want to be experiencing audio selling. We want to see reality. We want to be able to go to the market and buy rice, for a bag of rice for 20,000 naira. We want to go to the filling station and they say that they're selling fuel for 300 naira, and we see it and we buy it and we see it that yes, it is so. Nigerians are not babies. Stop treating us as people who don't have sense. We cannot be dying in our own nation. Please, you guys keep on running to foreign countries. Those foreign countries that people are running to for betterment of, you know, health-wise, whatever status it is that people are running there for. Are they not human beings? Do they have two heads? Why can't we sit down and re-strategize and then, you know, re-amend and then re-implement? There is nothing that is not doable. There is nothing that cannot be changed. The only thing that cannot be changed is dead. But all we do is we keep running to the foreign countries. You stay there for 2 weeks. You forget saying you go still come back home. Because you see, you're from here. So no matter how much you run, this is where you're from. So no matter the vacation that you're going there for, you will still come back and still face and live in the reality of the shackles that where you come from really is. Why don't you fix your home and make it a living place for yourself and for every other person who is part of you? I believe that this nation is a beautiful and a blessed nation. And there is nothing that we need that God didn't give to us. And it is unfair for us to be living below the standard that God has set for us. Please,